The next thing about bananas, in Jamaica, they will tell you that when a banana plant wants to die, it shoots, meaning so fall is finally here, and I know a lot of us in the Western Hemisphere are feeling the cooler temperatures now. However, one of the things that I see a lot of gardeners talk about and have problems with is growing banana or taking care of their bananas throughout the cooler months. So these are two of my banana plants behind me, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to go about preparing them for the cooler months to come, or the cold months to come here in Central Florida. I have 8 banana plants around the yard, and I'm mostly focusing on these 2 on this side of the yard, because the remainder of plants, they are in some locations that they are kind of sheltered, a bit sheltered from the frost when it comes. But I'm going to prepare these banana plants just to show you guys. Before we start preparing these banana plants, let's just get a few things out of the way. These are my banana plants. I continue to say banana plants because growing up, I grew up knowing these as banana trees. Now I'm hearing that they're not trees anymore, they're giant herbs. So I'm just going to be referring to them as banana plants, just to get the politics and religion of banana out of the way. So these banana plants here, they are perennial, meaning they will not die back after a year. They can live for more than a year. Most banana plants take up to 18 months, 18 to 24 months to fruit. Some people will tell you that they take a year to 18 months to fruit, but most banana varieties will take 18 to 24 months, including the original banana plant. That's the banana with the seeds inside of it, those black seeds. The commercial bananas that we're eating and planting today, like this one, they do not have the seed. They have been modified just to get the seeds out of them. But in certain parts of the world, you still can find bananas with seeds in them. Even here in Florida, I know a grower that has bananas with seeds. Also, the banana plants produces suckers, or what they call pups, through rhizomes. So at the root or the base of the banana plants, that's where you will have baby plants popping up, and from those baby plants you can transplant them to get more banana plants in individual locations. However, if you leave them, it won't be a problem. They will just grow in a cluster, and whenever the mother plant bears and die back, they will take place. The senior one will bear, die back, and they will continue, and you will just have a banana patch within your garden, your backyard, wherever you're planting. In Jamaica, they will tell you that when a banana plant wants to die, it shoots. Meaning, when a banana plant bears, once it's harvested, that's it for the plant. You won't get 2 harvesting seasons from a single banana plant. So once it bears, that's it for your banana plant. You can go ahead and get rid of that plant. Bananas are also heavy nitrogen feeder. However, with bananas, you don't have to worry if you have a rainy season and a lot of lightning in your area, because with these broad leaves, they get a lot of nitrogen from lightning strikes. So with bananas, in your monsoon season, meaning your rainy season in a tropical or subtropical climate, you will notice that the bananas are much greener, and that is the time when your bananas fruit most, during the rainy period. Just before the rainy period, your banana is going to send out a small stump. It's going to be a very short leaf that the banana sends out. So normally in the middle of it here, this is where we call the heart of the banana. In the middle of it here, it normally sends out this long leaf, then that leaf unfolds and it continues until the banana reaches a certain height, whether it's a dwarf variety or just a regular variety banana. However, closest to when that banana is about to flower, it will send out a much shorter leaf, and then beside that leaf, a few days or maybe a week after, then that flower will start to pop out. The flower is going to be a reddish purple burgundy color, and it will come right out of the heart of the banana. So the center, top of the banana plant, that's where the flower will come from. And then onto that flower, fruit will start forming. It's going to flower in your warmer, drier months to the end of the warm, dry season. That's when your banana plant mostly will flower. And throughout your rainy period, that's when your banana plant will fruit and be ready to harvest after a couple of months. So this leaf right here, this is broken cigar leaf. And why it's called a cigar leaf, it's like this. It's folded. So these leaves that come from the heart of the plant, they are folded. So you can see the fold on it, and eventually it's going to pop out and look like one of these leaves over here. So it's just called the cigar leaf, and it's all the way in the center of the banana plant to the top. So we're going to remove this one that has been damaged by wind, and we're just going to get it out of the way. So we're making space now for this new cigar leaf to be open, and then everything will just continue as this plant grows. Most people believe that you only can eat your banana when it is fully ripe. That is not the case. In most cultures, we cook a green banana. This is a plantain. It is a cousin to the banana, basically. It's just a larger version of the banana. But this is what the banana should look like when it's green or of a dark green color. And this is a fully ripe banana that I got from the store. So even in Jamaica, we will eat the ripe bananas. However, I believe that we eat more green bananas than we eat the ripe banana, because the green banana act as a starch at mealtime with the protein. Enough banana ranting. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pack the roots of these banana plants with some straw. So around your banana roots, you want to pack it with whether it be straw, mulch, or even clippings from your lawn. And for this process, you want to go about 8 to 12 inches deep. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a first set around these banana roots now, allow it to break down a bit, and then I'm going to come back and continue to increase it as the months goes by. So I'm just getting enough around it. If you're going for grass clipping, each time you cut your lawn and you have those extra clippings, you can just take them and pack around the banana plants. The coolest time for me is going to be about mid-January, the first week of January to the middle of January. That's when we normally get a bit in the 30s here in Central Florida. So when you go down in the 30s, even 33 thereabout, you will wake up in the morning some of the time and you will see ice wherever you have water outside or something like that. So we get quite cold, or we get cold enough. So I'm putting in this straw for it to start breaking down. Whenever it starts breaking down, it will get very warm at the base of the banana plant. So it will get warm at the root right around here. It will start breaking down and start trapping those heat inside, just like when you're doing a compost. So whenever you move it, inside of it is going to be warm. So you don't want to do this closer to your frost date or your colder time. You want to do this maybe about 8 to 10 weeks ahead, or even more, like I'm doing here, so that it can break down and start generating heat at the banana root. And as you go along, you can continue to add and increase it around the banana plant. This is one plant down, and I'm going to move on to the next one and just explain some more to you guys. So this plant here, I started to put some grass clipping around it. However, I don't bag my grass clipping from the lawn because I don't fertilize the lawn. I allow the clippings to stay there, and I will add rabbit manure maybe twice a year to the lawn. So for this root, I think I'm just gonna put the remainder of this around it, and as I go along I'll just add more to it, because even though I'm putting this in and this look like about 8 inches, whenever it starts to decompose it's going to amount to about 3 inches. So once water wets it and it starts to decompose, it amounts to nothing much. So just pack in the banana root like this, and now we're just going to leave it to start decompose and generate heat for the banana root to keep this warm throughout my cold months. Right here is where I had a large banana root. However, I got rid of that banana root. I have a lot of white flies under this dasheen plant here. I got rid of that banana root, but there's a pup still here. I'm just going to take it up just to show you guys something, how to transplant your banana plants, which I see a lot of gardeners making a big mistake when transplanting your banana plants. Alright, it's deep, so I'm just going to have to dig it up. I don't want to make this video too long, but I have to share this part also. So, wow, that was too close. So we're gonna get up this sucker or pup. It was very deep, so I broke off most of it. However, this will grow still, and I'm just gonna take you guys over and explain it to you. So for this pup here, or sucker, whether it be a banana or planting, it goes for both. When you're going to transplant your pup, when you buy them at the plant store or you get them from the nursery, you're going to get a plant. Maybe this size, can be bigger, doesn't matter. What you're going to do, you're going to cut off the upper portion of the plant before you put it in ground like this. So you're going to get rid of all of this upper portion, this leafy portion. This is useless. This is what you're going to plant now. So you're going to put this part in ground, and if you want you can go and research and you can look how large banana plantations plant bananas. So they get rid of the top and they have most of the root section, which they're going to put into the ground, and then you place the root section in the ground sideways like this, not flat but a bit tilted, and you allow this to grow. It will start shooting from the side again and you will get a stronger plant. So the mistake that most gardeners are making when they get a banana pup or sucker, they just get it like this and put it in ground, and that takes forever to grow, or it grows very slow or very leggy. That's not what you want. You want your banana plants to be as powerful as these that you see in my backyard. This is the way we used to do it growing up in St. Mary, Jamaica, and that is the banana capital of Jamaica. So if you really want to get the best out of your bananas, you cut off the top whenever you're going to transplant those pups and put them in ground, and you will see the difference how powerful those plants are. And next way you can go about planting your bananas, whether it be in a tropical, subtropical climate, you can put your bananas in pots. I do not put my bananas in pots because I don't like the idea. However, I've seen other gardeners plant bananas in pots and are successful with it. But my reason for not putting bananas into pots is just bananas take almost 2 years before you can get any fruit off it. Let's put it a year and a half for most variety before you can get any type of fruit from it, whether it be green or ripe banana. I don't want to have a plant in a pot that is going to produce fruits after a year and it's only going to be giving me maybe 3 or 4 hands of banana. A single banana is called a finger of banana. On that thing where you find the fingers grouped together, that is referred to as a hand of banana, and then the entire thing with those hands that is called a bunch of banana. So I don't want to have a banana plant for a year or a year and a half, and it's only going to produce 3 or 4 hands of banana. When you put your bananas into containers and you contain them, they don't bear as much as normal or as much as they should. When you leave your banana plants in ground, you will get a better harvest from your banana plants. If you're going to put them in pots and you can go to 50-gallon pots or 75-gallon pots, then you may get a big harvest from your banana. But for me, the economics of putting it into containers and just getting 3 or 4 hands of banana after a year, it just doesn't work out for me. So I put my bananas in ground to get maximum harvest. However, you can plant your bananas into containers and move them around. You can even take them into an enclosed area or a greenhouse whenever you have colder times coming in. So it's I would say a 25-75. For me, planting them in ground, I'm more concerned about the harvest. I don't want to have a plant in ground for almost 2 years and getting minimal production. I want to get maximum production for a plant that's going to be taking up space for such a long time in the garden. So that's going to be it from CountryMarro. God bless you all. See you in the next one. Happy gardening.